Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I am your host, Sable Super Jesus, and this is the Sable Show. And tonight, guys, we are doing a 24-hour extravaganza stream. Oh my goodness, I am scared. I do not like being tired. It's been a while since I've done something 24 hours, but you guys wanted something special. I owed you something special for the 200 subscriber mark, and so here we are. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna play all sorts of different games tonight. So I'll be changing that up constantly. At least probably. I mean, this week I accidentally did two 12-hour streams of Starfield because I love that game. And I just get lost in the world. So who knows? We'll see how that goes. But we're going to start with Starfield tonight and then probably move on to some Call of Duty, maybe finish Control. I'm recording the whole stream. So I'll be able to post each one of those as their own thing. Starting right now, actually. And then we'll do what we can from there. Yes, Presidential Rookie, welcome to the stream. We are going for 24 hours. There is some caveats here, okay? If the stream ends up being, like, unstable, we've had this happen before, so it's not a big deal, but if it keeps crashing or something, then I will call that fate, and we'll try it again another time. I will take 3 or 4 one-hour breaks for meals and to deal with my dogs, because I can't just not deal with my dogs for a whole day. So I have to deal with the dogs for a little bit, at which point I will put up an intermission screen and you guys will all see that. Obviously, I don't expect you guys to stick around for the whole day. I am very nervous about this because this now means that I have to be up till 1:30 Monday morning, and I do have to work Monday, so we'll have to see how that goes, but we'll be okay. I'm starting later than I wanted to. I wanted to start at 11, but I ended up having to do some things after the fights. No big deal. But yes, we are at 206 subscribers at the moment, actually, and that's a big deal for me. I'm feeling really good about it, and I'm really excited to see where we can go from here. So, in the spirit of support and celebration and community, we're doing a big 200 subscriber extravaganza marathon 24-hour stream, the best we possibly can. Hopefully I'll be okay. We'll find out. But yeah, I look forward to trying it out, and I'm glad to have everyone here who tunes in and everyone who shows up later and everything else. If you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe, and we're going to get started right now. I can't promise I will be super entertaining the whole time, guys. I am worried about getting tired. I have a big soda pop trying to help me stay awake. I'm going to be drinking coffee and what have you all day. I'm going to have to go make a bunch of coffees once in a while. I have a couple of energy drinks to help out if I have to. But I also don't want to die. So if it's like I'm not drinking 4 energy drinks and like 16 cups of coffee. So like if I feel like my heart's going to give out, maybe I take a break for a minute. So man, what are my thoughts on that? I only really watched the last 4 fights. I didn't watch the undercard or anything like that. So whoever scored main event here, Valentina Shevchenko, Nunez, should not have been a draw. Should absolutely have been, I think, a Grosso win. But you know, whatever. What's his name? Mike Bell scored it at 10-8 in the 5th round. I don't know how you could possibly think that's a 10-8 round. That was an awful judge, like awful scorecard. Raul Rosas, he impressed me. I thought he was going to get walked right through. I thought that Terrence, what's his name, or whatever, would walk him down and like just destroy him. Not because he's an excellent fighter, but because in Rous's last fight, he showed a lot of inexperience and like his inability to deal with like his own fatigue and things like that. And what's his name there has a 100% finish rate with like what, 8 knockouts and 6 submissions, which means every win that he's got is a finish, which is pretty crazy. So, and I think like 13 of them of the 14 are in the first round. And so I thought he was gonna be like out veteraning and like what have you, Rosas. Jack Della versus Kevin Holland was actually a really good fight. Big fan of that one. I love both of them as fighters, but I thought Jack Della was gonna win, and he did. But I didn't think it would be split. I thought he was really kicking Holland's ass like almost the whole time. Like it was crazy. So yeah. that's pretty much it, I guess. Like those are my main thoughts on it.
What did you need? It is a relief to know that the Terramorphs are being dealt with.
You're welcome.
But are you sure this Achilles creature is the right way to do it?
Why is everyone against the Achilles? We're just helping nature take its course.
This would be the same nature that gave us Terramorphs in the first place.
Yes, but we've killed
I do not think this is the path I would have chosen. One could easily argue that humans are the superior hunter and therefore are right to exterminate these creatures. The microbes would have put fewer people at risk in the long run.
Yeah, unless they like mutate. We'll have to agree to disagree.
Not that it matters, since the decision was made. I will say, though, that I am glad you convinced them to destroy the Lazarus plant.
Yeah. No one can be trusted with something that has the potential to cause so much chaos.
Indeed. The United Colonies hardly has the best record in that area. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us. And you have done a service to all who live in the settled systems.
Baller. Yeah, Holland's body shots are monstrous. Or not Holland's, Mandela's body shots were monstrous. I've been a big fan of him ever since he hit the UFC. I bet on him every fight, and he has never let me down. I do remember that when the Wonder Boy Holland fight, but I think...
You gonna reassign me or what?
You want to be reassigned?
Working for my salary. Is there something I can do?
And you guys are the worst. Just leave me alone. But the Holland fight, I think, showed, or the Wonder Boy fight, I think, showed Holland's, like, and I think he showed it again here, his, like, not inexperience, but lack of care for winning. Like, he just likes to fight. Like, I don't think he wants to be champion or anything. I think he just likes fighting. Like, he's just there because he likes it. Because Wonder Boy, he should have fought, like, on the ground. That's what he should have done. He should have taken Wonder Boy down and submitted him. And then, when he fought JDM here, he should have taken him down and submitted him. Because, like, you can look at two guys who are great strikers and go, oh, yeah, it would be so much fun to stand up and strike with them. Or you can look at two guys who are great strikers and go, it would be fun to stand up and strike with them, but my best shot at winning is to take them down where they're not the best and handle them there, which he did not do. And I think that was the big mistake for him. So that's just my 2 cents on that. You know, like I truly think that's where he well, I don't even think he made a mistake here, but that's where any issues that he had, you know, came from, was the fact that he did not take them down. And yeah, Jack Della had the right idea landing those body shots, because he was talking about it. He wanted to get in early and close the space and stay in the pocket, because Holland is so long and so tall, right? That's like I think he had like a 4 or 5 inch reach advantage on the guy, and like that's the way he should have done it, and he did it well. So I don't know how it was split personally. I was watching that, and that was crazy. Like a split decision on that didn't really make a lot of sense for me. Because I had Della up the whole fight. I don't think Holland won a single round of that fight. Holland threw way more punches, landed way less punches, way less accurately than Jack Della. So, and Jack Della is like, I'm a big fan. He has never let me down the entire time that I've seen him in the UFC. He's never let me down for good fights. He's never let me down for wins. I've enjoyed it nonstop. All right, guys, it's mission time. We're gonna go do some of the main missions here. We're going back to Vectera here. He does, yeah. He has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, which is crazy. Like, I think he actually has a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He's also got a black belt in kung fu. Interesting enough, which I think is super interesting. I also like Holland because he's like a real-life superhero, and he was born, or not born, but he was raised for a little bit in Canada, which is a nice fact. So I like Holland a lot because of those things, but he just doesn't make decisions to win. He makes decisions to have fun. Kudos to him. I'm glad he has fun doing what he does. Right, like that's a great and important part of the game. So I'm glad he has fun, and I'm glad he's successful in making money. But you know, I'm not sure that his like if I was in that position, my career goals would be way more about getting the wins in. I would probably try and be more like, you know, Khabib, where I don't care if I'm a fun watch. I just want to win. So, and yeah, I would agree. I think unanimous decision for JDM all the way.
Biomes like this have always fascinated me.
Biomes with nothing on it.
Well, you're back.
I am back.
Oh
Lynn!
no, don't start. I've had enough Barrett for one lifetime. I don't need the sequel showing up on my doorstep. More pirates showed up when you were gone. We weren't as lucky this time.
Aw.
Calvert, Troy, some of the new Dusties. They didn't make it.
How is that my fault, though? Also, I need to quickly type out a message here. I forgot to do this.